up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I feel like I always do this. I don't know why. Anyways, I said 2 videos ago that I was going to do a cutting 101 video, basically how to cut, how long to cut, when to cut, and kind of just an overview of like what cutting is. So I thought I would do that in this sit-down video, kind of walk you guys through how I'm doing it. Okay, so I'm going to also apologize in advance if there's airplane noise. I do live right next to the airport and I'm trying to film upstairs outside so I can get a little bit of sun. But getting into it, so what is cutting? So whether you consider it cutting or you're just on a weight loss journey or you're trying to lose weight, it all essentially means the exact same thing. And that's that you're going to eat less calories than you burn each day. So your body's in a deficit. So that's actually what weight loss is. It's really just eating less than you burn. The suggested amount of time for cutting is really completely up to how fast your body adjusts. Some people will adjust really, really quickly and their body will shed fat very fast. I always do mine very gradual because if you're going from like whatever, an 1800 calorie diet and then you're gonna drop down to like 1500 calories, your body has a really hard adjustment and it's really hard to stick with that because you're gonna feel starving, especially those first few weeks. So I usually give myself like 1 to 2 weeks just to like slowly come down to the calorie deficit that I'm supposed to be at. And if you guys watched one of my older videos, it's actually quite old now, but it was a beginner's guide to counting macros. And if you wanted to calculate your macros, I'll put a website right here that I do that. I use this website to calculate mine. And then I kind of go from there. If I want to cut faster, I'll decrease the calories, or if I'm cutting too fast, I will increase the calories. So when it comes to suggested time period, basically how long do you cut? I've always gone 12 to 15 weeks. This 4-week one is the shortest one I've ever done, and it's not really just I want to lose weight as fast as possible. I'm really just wanting to lean out just a little bit because I feel like since the holidays, I've been just overeating and I haven't been as focused on my goals, so I just wanted to kind of like reset my body. So if you're trying to lose weight, I only recommend trying to focus on that for like 12 to 15 weeks and then kind of going back to a maintenance before cutting back down, just so your body isn't constantly feeling like depleted. And eventually your body will adjust to those lower calories and you will start to lose weight slower and slower as you progress through those 12 to 15 weeks. So when it comes to how do you cut or how do I lose weight, for me, the fastest way to do that, or I guess the most focused way, is to track what I'm eating. And a lot of people will not do this because it is a huge time commitment, which I totally understand. It honestly is. It's a little overwhelming. But that works for me, and there's gonna be some people that can eat intuitively and they can lose the weight just as fast, but they can do it without having to track everything they eat. So if you're going to track what you eat, which is what I can at least speak to because that's the way that I have the best and the fastest results, I will actually use my MyFitnessPal, and I can show you what that app looks like, but I've showed it in my previous videos. It's a free app. I only get the free version. I don't pay for the premium version because I don't really think that there's a lot of value with it. So the app looks like this. And basically, you can just press like the plus button and you can scan anything that you're eating and it'll calculate what you're having. And then at the end of the day, you can look at like a macro version, or you can just look at your nutrients and you can see, let me show you an example. So like here, it'll show you, here were your goals, here's how you aligned with them and whether you were close or if you went over. And I honestly follow the rule of within 5 grams, whether you're over or under with your protein, fat, and carbs, totally all the same in my mind. So when I think about when I'm going to cut, I will usually, I'm sure as most of you do, figure out like if I have an event or a wedding or a vacation, usually I will take that date and backtrack it about 3 months. And I'll say, okay, here's the date that I'm going to start cutting, and I've got 3 months to clean up my diet, make sure that I'm being on track, go with my workouts, and then I'll start to lean out over those 3 months so that by the time my vacation comes, I have the physique that I want, and I can enjoy my vacation, and pretty much I won't be cutting on my vacation because that's not fun. So this was a lot of talking. So I'm thinking that I hope that answered some of your guys' questions, especially when it comes to like a cutting 101. Cutting is, honestly, I feel like a lot of people do it, and when you think of like counting macros and everything that comes along with it, it's extremely overwhelming. But really, you're just focusing on losing weight, and it's just at the simplest core, just eat less than you burn. And if you can figure out what you burn every day, which is what this calculator, I'll put back up here again, what that calculator will tell you roughly how many calories you're burning your body each day based on your activity level. As long as you're eating less than that, you should be able to start to lose weight from there. I hope this answered some of your guys' questions and kind of helped set you up for success, especially if you're trying to lose weight or if you're just trying to cut. If you guys have any other questions, always let me know down below so that I can better help you guys and help you guys learn from my mistakes and everything that I've kind of gone through with my fitness journey. I'm thinking that the next video that I'm going to do is a video on basically how you could be potentially self-sabotaging your weight loss goals, because I think there's a lot of things going on, especially with the fitness and health industry, that make it sound like you're doing healthy choices, you're making good healthy choices, but you're really not. So I'm thinking about making that video. But if you guys have any other videos on what's helpful, whether I do an updated macro counting video or bulking when I go back to bulking, I can do that. Let me know, because I want to do what interests you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!